2023, the year that the pundits and the gurus say that we are going to experience economically something that they technically describe as they say that we have an economy that's slowing down and we are likely to experience a recession that happened in 1970. So what is it that you and I can do to make 2023 a successful year? The first step is to learn the process. You see, as of now, when we talk about life coaching, when we talk about coaching, mostly everybody focuses on psychology. It's mostly mindset coaching is what life coaching is all about. It might have some somatic practices, but usually the coaching world revolves around mindset. And while that's a good place to start, in 2023, in years forward, we need to consider that coaching needs to be a little bit more holistic as an approach. We want to have a more integrated experience for our clients so they can have an overall transformation in their lives. This means that you can't only focus on psychology and mind shifts for somebody to have a transformative life. You need to include philosophy, psychology, biology, and even spirituality to some extent, so you could have a more over-encompassing overall impact in your client's life. And that is where the process comes in. The process is a methodology that has been developed by coaching thousands of people, working with hundreds of clients in one-on-one or group setting, being able to create hundreds of results, and being tested over an extended period of time. This process has 4 key pillars. The first pillar of the process is called presence, which is your ability to focus on the now, on the moment that is. Now, what would happen is a lot of individuals that have had a traumatic past or like to hold on to their past would tell you coaching is a lot about healing the past or visiting your past. But coaching has nothing to do with visiting your past. If you want to be an extraordinary individual, if you want to have extraordinary results in your life, the only moment that truly matters is the moment that is. And that also means that you can't really lean too much into the future either, because when you do that, you create anxiety, fear, concern in your life. So your attention doesn't have to be in the past, your attention doesn't have to be in the future, but your attention has to be only and only in the present. You may reflect on your past to understand where you come from. You may project into your future to see where you want to go, but the moment that really still matters is the moment that is. And that is why at any given moment, you can change your life. And that's the first practice that one must bring to their coaching philosophically, is to bring attention and have the techniques to bring anybody to the present moment. That brings me to the second pillar. The second pillar is called organizing your mind. Organizing your mind is your ability to not fall for the automatic thoughts that you have. We all have subconscious automatic thoughts that we operate day-to-day life in. And because of these subconscious automatic thoughts, a lot of the time you would find yourself struggling to be able to break a pattern, to be able to get a different result in your life. And because of these automatic thoughts, we tend to not be able to progress in our lives. What we will need in 2023 and years beyond is to be able to challenge these automatic thoughts and replace them with what I call empowered thoughts. The third pillar is called bioengineering. Bioengineering is you understanding and utilizing your body and your habits to your greatest advantage. Listen, we have thoughts, we have thinking, we are spiritual souls having a physical experience, and our body is what brings that physical experience to this planet. It gets us to experience the life that is. And because of that, it needs to be included in transforming somebody's life. And so you want to pay attention to your body and you want to pay attention to your habits, because habits are something that you, again, do on autopilot. And if you do the same habits over an extended period of time, you cannot expect a different result from those habits. You have formed those habits. Those habits need to change or evolve based on the creation that you want to have in the world. And that brings me to the final pillar, and that is what we call connectedness. Connectedness is you being guided by the universe. It's you knowing and understanding your purpose, or understanding how purpose is going to unfold for you. It is for you to understand how forgiveness plays part in your life, or intention plays part in your life, or manifestation plays part in your life, and to have the tools to be able to not only understand these things conceptually, but to have practices that enable you to create real world outcomes in the world. So these are the 4 pillars of what we call the process. The process is taught to you in depth in what we call Mindvalley Certified Life Coach. We partnered with Mindvalley and created a certified life coaching program where you work directly with me week on week, where we show you exactly how to take all of these elements and fundamental coaching principles to bring it to your life and to the life of people around you. This process has been proven again and again and again to create significant results in people's lives. We have over 500 people that have submitted case studies or examples or testimonies to the program as they went through this experience. So if you're interested, if you're curious about the process, if you're interested to kind of like find out more, find the link below that should give you further information about the process. Now, that doesn't get you ready for all of 2023. That's a great starting point for you to find success that you want for this year. But then you go on to the second step. And the second step is creating results for your clients. You want to be able to create results for your clients in the coming few months. Paid or not paid clients, it doesn't matter. You need to create those results. There are two reasons why they're so vital in this economy, why they're so vital for this year. Firstly, every time you create a result with your client, you find more confidence in yourself and your abilities to create results. And that's the first foundational principle why you don't only want to just coach, you want to coach for results. You want to have that experience that a client worked with you and they got a result, because that gives you more confidence. It gives you more clarity of how you coach, what you coach on, and how you drive results for your clients. And secondly, in the world where economies are struggling or companies are struggling, the thing that really creates great businesses are businesses that give, businesses that care. And no better way to care than to create results for your clients. It's the perfect testimony of your coaching business, and it will demonstrate how capable you are to the world outside, so they can experience you for free or for paid, doesn't matter, because eventually it'll all translate into revenue and income for you. There's a friend of mine who shared with me that during the crisis of 2008, when everybody else stepped away and didn't want to help anybody else because everybody was so scared of the economy and how they would lose money, they started not reducing their fee. For that matter, some of them even increased their fee because they were so fearful of the few contracts they would have. This one friend of mine actually started doing contracts even for free. She would go ahead and coach and speak at different people's organizations for 30%, 40% of the fee. And what happened in 2010, 2011, when the economy bounced back, is this person was one of the most booked people. I remember her telling me, I was going on road for 300 days of 365 on the road, speaking on different stages. That's how much I was booked, because I was there for people when they were suffering. I was there and helping them when they were suffering, when they didn't have the resources, when they didn't have the money. I was there to support them as best as I could. And because of that gratitude, that givingness, that service that she provided at that time came back to her manyfold. That brings me to step 3, which is courage over fear. All of us fear something in our life. There is, especially times like these, we fear the economy, we fear our business is not going to work, we fear for our families. And this is the time where you want to choose courage over fear. You want to ask yourself, what is it that I can do to feel safe, but still make forward progressive action, to not stop because I'm scared of something, because I'm scared of an investment, I'm scared of making progress, or I'm scared of it will not work out. Instead of that, what if we asked ourselves a better question and said, what if it does work out? What if I took action while being cautious, while being aware? What if I did take action? What if it did create the results that I always thought it would create? And choose courage over choosing fear. And that brings me to the final step. You see, what happens is, as a coach, you probably right now are actually a really good coach, but you think that you're not a very good coach. There is something called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Dunning-Kruger effect suggests that when you start something new, you have a lot of confidence, but you are not really competent. You just have a lot of confidence because you theoretically understand something, and so you think you're amazing because you finally got it, right? But you are not really competent. So what happens in the world is you go out in the world as this overconfident person, and you realize fairly quickly that you're not actually as good as you assume yourself to be. And so what happens is you start at really high confidence, but then the confidence drops to a great level. Now, at this low confidence, you do the work. And so every single time you're actually getting more and more competent. But what tends to happen is even if you're getting competent, your confidence level doesn't rise because you tell yourself the story of how it didn't work out some time ago because you remember how bad you were previously. So even if you've gained a lot more competence, you just don't have that rise in confidence as much as it should be comparable to your new competence. This is what is called the valley of despair. This is where you're constantly battling with your confidence and competence. You're more competent, but you're not really necessarily more confident. So what you want to do is become mindful of what's happening for you. You're in the valley of despair. The only way to get out of this valley is to walk through this valley of despair and be aware of it, conscious of it, or where you're moving forward, taking action towards building your confidence by recognizing your competence. Now, here's something that may happen. You may feel like an imposter when you're in this valley of despair, when you are in this dance of competence and competence. If that's the case for you, I invite you to check out the next video. I've set up this video for you because this will help you understand how and what you need to think about and how you need to work around your imposter syndrome. Go check it out. I'll see you in that video.